Eben, and today we're going to be doing, well, I don't even know what we're doing. What are we doing, Jeff?
We're talking about fuel additives.
There
Real,
he is.
fake, or in between.
There he is.
You decide. You decide.
All right, let's do it. So we're going to set up the tripod, and we're here at Express Lube and Auto Repair, and this is the wall of celebrities over here in the corner. Pretty cool. Jeff has a lot of really good magicians that visit from all over the world here.
Yes.
And Jeff is a musician himself, believe it or not. And is it looking pretty good? Getting it dialed in. Should be good. All right. Beautiful. That looks good. We're good.
All right.
All right. So welcome to another show. Jeff was a little bit sick last week.
Yeah, wasn't feeling it.
Tell him what happened, Jeff.
Oof. Well, you have three ways for things to exit your body.
Yikes.
One of those ways was happening more frequently than it should have.
All right.
So that's fair.
But we did keep you together. You didn't come delaminated or nothing.
No, I stayed hydrated.
All right.
Staying hydrated. That's the key, really.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. So today we're going to be talking about snake oil, and it's a really good topic because we were at SEMA, and at SEMA, it turns out I had a bunch of people come over and they go, "Hey, this stuff it's really just snake oil," and I've never really bought it. It's a waste of money, and I find that funny how many people think that. And believe it or not, though, we are going to get into the truth, though, about the snake oil in a little minute. And we're going to get into a little bit more about SEMA and what a gentleman told me that actually manufactures fuel, and he's a chemist.
Oh, the Sunoco guys.
Sunoco guys.
Oh, they were cool as hell.
Talk to them a little bit, Talk about them, what they were saying.
So we were over there with the Sunoco guys, and we were talking about leaded, unleaded fuels.
Yep.
It was pretty amazing. We talked about race fuel. We talked about the octane and stability that lead provides. So the highest octane we can achieve without lead is 100. You say 100 or like 101?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. But the octane scale was actually based on the use of lead in fuel. That's what they told us.
And why did they put it in fuel back then? What did they say?
Well, it stops pre-combustion. Personally, I thought that it was used as a lubricant because lead, and it probably does lubricate. It wouldn't work now because I believe it would clog up injectors and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure, but that's just kind of a theory.
All right.
Not that the lead is in metal form, but somehow if it starts depositing, I have a feeling it could catch more, kind of like cholesterol.
Bring it in a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
Bring everybody a little bit closer.
Hey, guys.
Should be good. Looks good. We can go a little tighter. Awesome. All right. We're looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Looking good, Jeff? Good? All right.
I'm happy with it.
Awesome.
Yeah, there we go.
So it was really cool to meet some experts at SEMA that's all they do for a career. And basically they said that all these fuel additives are basically snake oil when it comes to octane booster.
Yes.
So if you're gonna buy race fuel, you physically buy it in the can or however they sell it, and you put it in your car if you have a tuned car, a race car, whatever. And in that case, it really is snake oil. And so many bottles claim to increase the octane. Now we really should do a video of testing that in a chemistry lab.
That'd be fun.
However, these guys have done it for years, and they are 100% certain it's all a bunch of codswallop. So when you get any of those octane boosters for a motorcycle, it's not going to do what they claim.
No.
Could it help a little bit? They said it could help a little bit, but it's never going to be like a true sealed race gas.
There's always things that people have talked about putting in fuels. Some of the old timers, an ounce per gallon of transmission fluid. That's a thing. And it does wonderful things. It works as like a top-end lubricant. I used to use octane booster, a lot of it, I used to put every tank of gas in my Ford Escort GT. I would put 91 octane, and then I'd buy a bottle of that 107 stuff. It was in a red fiery bottle, and it said off-road use only, 107 octane. Yeah, it was so full of shit. It was just marketing. They were selling it specifically to me. They saw that I'd see that shit. I'm like, yeah, I got a little rally car. I'm Mario Andretti. Yeah, no, I ended up burning up all my valves, but it wasn't a true octane booster. It just, whatever it did to my fuel, it did to my fuel. I don't know one way or another. I was a stupid kid. I wasn't doing any testing or anything. But what I've noticed on the AMSOIL product is it does not say anywhere octane boost. Nowhere.
Yep.
Now on the diesel additive, it does say that it is cetane boost.
Yes, and that's the little green bottle we talk about a lot on the channel. And I actually have a video on that, a playlist where we did a Duramax 6.6 liter, and it completely blew this guy's mind. And it's called Why People Love AMSOIL. That's the name of the video if you want to check it out. And we actually did the flush on it. We did the cetane boost plus diesel clean and injector clean. It's a green bottle, and they claim, I think, 4 to 8 points cetane when you add it as a cleaning dose or as a maintaining dose.
Yep.
So basically, you should be running that additive every single fill up in a small amount, and that protects the injectors. Also helps with upper cylinder
and
lubricant.
we're talking, this is a little tiny bottle, a little bit bigger than this. It's what, a 8-ounce bottle now for the injector clean with cetane boost, right?
And that's for like cars.
Okay.
And then a lot of the big diesel trucks will take the 16-ounce bottle.
But that one is strictly injector cleaner, not the cetane boost, right?
The green bottle is it's a 3-in-1. It's cetane boost.
Okay.
It's injector clean.
Okay.
And then it's lubricant.
All right,
and the lubricant is the most important element of any of the diesel additives.
Right.
Because the actual injectors get scratched by the gritty diesel.
Like soot and all that
and
kind
then
of
also the oil filters don't last very long in a lot of the new diesel vehicles.
Really?
So that's one of the most sensitive things is the actual lubrication of it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I can't say one way or another. I do know, you know, as far as using fuel additives, I've kind of been very specific about, in my life, which ones I've used and which ones I've used for my customers. So, you know, everybody when they're a kid, you pick the bottle that's marketed the best. If it, you know, the STP has beautiful bright colors on it, you know, a couple of the other ones, but they got 2 of them that are very mute, nothing special. One is Seafoam. It's just a can, very nondescript. It almost doesn't even tell you what the hell it does. It just says Seafoam.
Yeah.
You have to get into actually reading. It's not a giant advertisement, which to me actually stands behind the product a little better. Not that they went cheap on packaging, but people know Seafoam does some pretty amazing things. And it even does a couple of things that AMSOIL, it's got a different use. Seafoam can work as heat. And if you're any of our customers or any of our friends that are in the upper areas of the country, some of the really cold areas where you get like fuel line freeze over, you take a bottle of heat or pour that in, and what it does is it's like a isopropyl or a denatured alcohol, and it actually gets rid of the water and unfreezes, I believe by lowering the freezing point of the water.
Wow. And
then Seafoam does the same thing, but Seafoam's an additive you can pour into the oil, you can pour into the gas. I don't know about pouring in transmission, but that's one that I've used in the past, and I've had good results by it. I liked it.
And if there's a channel you want to see comparing these side by side, there's a really cool YouTube channel called Project Farm, and he actually does these tests on all these different additives. And you know, getting into the snake oil part, a lot of people, they're always curious, like what is snake oil, what does it mean, this and that. Basically, anything that claims something that doesn't have technical data on it is basically snake oil. So every one of these products that AMSOIL makes, they do a series, I'm going to say 6 months to a year of testing. They damage all kinds of motors. They put things through the most strenuous work from string trimmers, motorcycles, and they actually test them in real world testing. And they actually do triple blind testing where they send it out to a lab, and they do all these testing, and once they have full data, then they release, and then it comes to life. And they have it so it's completely backable, and you can actually check out the preferred customer catalog. They talk about the new upper cylinder lubricant. And then this one, you can go on the website, the AMSOIL website. You'll see my link down there. And they show up to 5.7% better fuel mileage in just one treatment. So basically you put that in one full tank of gas, and this treats 30 gallons.
And
so
I'll vouch for that 100%.
All right.
And I run a 13-gallon tank, and I put that whole bottle in, and I'm okay with that. Unbelievable.
Now that treats 30 gallons.
I know.
This one treats 25 gallons, and it's such an interesting thing. A lot of people, they go, hey, it's less money or this or that. Well, when you go to the dollar store and you see a cute little white bottle that says Super Clean and it's 99 cents.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you expect for 99 cents at the dollar store that says Super Clean?
So they do use something in here, and this is from a friend of mine. They use a product called naphtha, which is a wonderful, wonderful, highly refined fuel additive, or it's a very flammable hydrocarbon. So I bet we could light this thing on fire pretty well. It does say, let's see here, capless compatible. Yeah, keep out of do not induce vomiting.
Beautiful.
All right. Well, it doesn't say anything about being flammable, but I'm not going to guess that it's not flammable, obviously.
Yeah, I think it's probably, it's not like an octane booster, it's nothing like that.
But this stuff is awesome. I've used it in several of my vehicles. I've even poured it in customer cars. When you come in and you get a signature oil change, this is part of the signature oil change package. So from me to you, when you come in, you get signature series oil change with a signature oil. You get the AMSOIL oil filter. You get a bottle of PI. You get a bottle of top end cylinder lube, and we also do the engine flush. So it's when you're coming in for the oil change, it's like the difference between going to, the guy in your neighborhood that cuts hair. He'll give you a haircut, or going to a highly, highly reputable day spa.
Oh my!
I mean, look.
You said the magic word.
Yeah, day spa. So
I love a good day spa experience.
You can go and change your oil in your filter, and the homie down the street can hook you up, and that's perfectly fine. You have new oil, you have new filter, perfect. But when you go to the day spa, we take care of you from head to toe. We start by putting the flush all over your hair, and we kind of scrub it in a little bit, and we wash it out, and we pour some fresh oil. We screw a filter on your nose, and then we take the PI and we kind of douse it all over you a little bit, light it on fire. You get to enjoy it, and then one for the road. You get to drink the whole bottle of the AMSOIL top end lube, or you have the other option. I could just put all this stuff in your car.
That's a great lead-in, Jeff. That's genius.
You got to give them offers.
Yeah, it's such an interesting thing. How flinchy everyone is. We were at SEMA.
Yeah.
And it's cool to talk to people.
Yeah.
You show someone a product, they look at it, and they look at it like they're going to get tagged by a viper.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious because it's true. There really are a lot of good sales marketing elements that get things bought or sold really just for the money. And that's a lot of what the fuel additives are. And when you go on and check out this new upper cylinder lubricant, you'll check out that data. And they actually show this compared to all the competitors in the market space.
That's beautiful.
So AMSOIL went out and they saturated the market, grabbing products to and fro, high shelf, low shelf. They had them all, and they said, you know what? Let's go ahead and see what we can do, because it's time for a gasoline upper cylinder lubricant. This makes your valves run a little quieter. Your engine runs smoother.
Yeah.
It starts a little easier. You'll feel a little smoother, higher RPM operation. And I got 0.9 miles a gallon better with this, with the Expedition. And it's just a really ugly, ugly vehicle that gets horrible gas mileage. And you'd think that you should just get rid of the vehicle, crush it, cube it, the engine out, stick it through one of those compactors that comes and grabs it, goes down in, and then they drop out a cube. So you take the axles out, take the engine out, the trans, and just crush it. And that's what should be done to that vehicle. However, a lot of people realize that our sustainability is significantly better to keep what we got and make it run better. And that's what these products do, is they make them run much, 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 much better.
You got to roll it till the wheels fall off, honestly. I mean,
and a lot of people, they actually get turned on by that. They actually get a little bit of a high driving their cars until they just die. And they go, you know, I just want to kill my car. And I've talked to people, and I actually got scared. I'm like, I thought I was going to get killed for a second, Jeff. They're like this. They turn to me seriously. They're like, even I'm just going to drive it, and I'm going to kill my car, and then I'll get a new one. And I'm like, whoa.
Why would you?
They completely scared the living heck out of me with that.
It's one of those things that, like, so as far as I understand, there's realistically no mechanical limits for an engine.
Nothing.
I mean, if you take really, really good care of it, I am sure at some point, way down the line, maybe at 6 or 7 or 800,000 miles, you'll have to replace your engine. But I've had every single one of my personal vehicles, even before using AMSOIL, well before using AMSOIL, not a single one of them did I get rid of before it hit 210. And one of the saddest ones was my Altima. I had a 98 Altima. I got rid of it by hitting another car. But it had like 215. I sold my van at 200. I sold a Honda Civic at 240. Still running great. So yeah, you roll it till the wheels fall off. It's cheaper to keep her. I mean, that is 100% true. But
it's true.
The fuel additives, I'll tell you, you were talking about testing.
And let's look on the expensive side, get away from being cheap.
Oh yeah.
The more money you put in it, she'll be happier, she'll take better care of you.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing, is what and how do you want to be taken care of? If you give to your car, it will give to you. Now right now, Jeff, we have 18 people watching us.
That's awesome.
And I want to thank each and everybody that's been watching. If you have a question, leave a question in the comment section below. Both Jeff, our master mechanic, will be answering all your questions. And we really, really appreciate you checking out the channel. If you're new here and you love this stuff, give it a thumbs up. That really helps out the channel. So when other people find this video, they can say, hey, this is really good content. We should really share it. And if you want to share it, tell them about the giveaway, Jeff.
Well, shoot, if you want to share it, you share on Facebook or share YouTube, and you can either text it to Eben, send it to me in Messenger, however you'd like to do it. We'll give phone numbers in a second. Then you get entered for the giveaway at the end of the month. At the end of the month, you have a chance of winning a $100 gift card here to the shop. You can get product, you can come get service, your choice. If you're local, fine. If you're not local, we'll send product to you, whatever you'd like. If you want a toy off the Snap-on truck, we can do that. Snap-on, snap-off, however you take it. And then we got 2 runner-up prizes. First runner-up is, we lean on Snap-on. They got a bunch of swag. My tool guy knows every week to bring me some options, and he's brought us some really cool options, and you know, we're just going to keep it going. And the more likes and the more subscribes, I mean, when we hit 50, 60 names or more, we'll be able to increase the prize. I mean, we'll just be on the ball. It'll be beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. So the other thing, we were talking about snake oil, fuel additives, and all that fun stuff. You know, AMSOIL does their testing before they release their product, and that is awesome. I bought some stuff off of a guy. All right. It was this little foil blister pouch, and inside it were these little tiny green tablets. You smell them, and they were a little bit sulfury. And you put in 2 tablets, or 1 tablet for every 10 gallons of fuel. So I was doing it on my van, and I was putting these tablets in. I have no clue what was in there. None, not even a little bit. But one of my friends, who is another technician, he's an electrical guy, but still, I have faith. Come to find out, it was snake oil. Bad snake oil. After using this stuff straight for about 10,000 miles, I was putting it in as directed, and I was getting better fuel economy. But then after 10,000 miles, I got a catalytic converter code. I smoked my catalytic converter because whatever that shit was that was put in the fuel, it was solid. It was in a pill form. It coated my cat.
You really know that messed it up, Jeff?
Man, I mean...
You know for a fact?
Yeah, I have to say 100%.
Wow.
I have to say, because I really try to, I mean, as much shit as they talk about mechanics not taking care of their vehicles, I really try to take care of my cars. You know, when they start getting fudgy, when they start getting towards the end of their life, I make a choice. I either buy whatever large component it is. Right now I'm looking at a transmission possibly, who knows, or scrap it, sell it, get rid of it, flip it. But I can only tell you that a very small handful of times I've ever walked out to my vehicle, turned the key, and it didn't start.
Yeah.
Because when I drive my vehicle, and this is where fuel comes in, I watch my fuel economy. You can find a problem just by watching every tank of fuel. You watch every tank of fuel, do you not?
Yeah.
You set your tripometer?
And I actually have gotten to the point where I don't even do that anymore. I can feel the cast so delicately, and I used to finger and play with my Corvette so much, if anything was off, I would get a big scare, and my heart I'd have a little heart flutter.
Yeah.
And then I'd start to get into it. But nothing really happened, and I used to, you know, just feel the way it would warm up, and then I did this beautiful, you call it like a honeymoon / you know, giving birth experience with the car as I actually changed all the fluids. And it was like each step of watching like a baby grow.
Yeah.
So it was the motor oil, then it was the transmission, the rear differential, and then we did the cold air intake, then we did the MSD spark plug wires, then we did a computer tune on it, and I saw each increment and the way it ran cooler, the way it made more wheel horsepower, and it didn't get hot as quick when I put the better coolant in. Like once you heat soak the engine, you're gonna lose about 15, 25 rear wheel horsepower. And once that power goes down, you know, you can feel the car is just not moving the way it should. And when you play with a car long enough like Jeff, you know what's happening. You know when you last filled up.
Yep.
And being in sync with your car, it's like being in sync with your career. You know, if you know what's going on, no one's going to steal from you. It's like having a bee's knees.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, you don't want anyone to take advantage of it. Don't let your car take advantage of you. But your car will if you mistreat it. You start beating on your car and you start calling it dirty names. Then you don't take care of it. It's like not feeding, you know, it's like not feeding, you know,
Your
a
kid.
friend. Whatever.
You got to feed your children.
Or yeah, whatever. Yeah, you have to. You got to make sure you help people. So you can't do it. You just got to take care of it. And you know, I got carried away there.
It'll be all right.
The emotions.
It'll be good.
I'm thinking about my old car.
So we're probably going to do, it's going to be a little bit shorter of a show because we picked a fairly narrow topic.
Of course.
We do have Wonderground this evening.
Yes, we do. And that's
And,
the most sophisticated, magically righteous every month. That is the biggest magic party in Las Vegas is Jeff McBride's Wonderground.
It's wonderful.
And there's people that visit from all over the world: France, Italy, Spain, New Zealand, Canada, Mexico, Portugal, Venezuela, Vietnam,
Yeah.
Japan. And
Scotland.
Yep, Scotland. I like that. We can't forget that. Ireland, and the Irishmans, and such great people all coming together, sharing a few things in common. They love entertainment. They love the magic, the comedy. We got jugglers, ventriloquists,
Dancers. We've had contortionists, hula hoop artists, fire eaters, sword swallowers, sideshow, magicians, stage illusionists, close-up, mentalism.
And you know what makes it so great? The greatest part is it's about reaching out and helping people.
Yeah.
So many people that go there. Some people drive friends there. Some people go and they party afterwards. And it's just about the community. And Jeff and I are fortunate enough to share that in common, share that beautiful, like fluorescent love. To go to the magic and enjoy it and joke around. And
Wonderground is actually how I started. Like I did my couple of magic tricks from the black box illusion. I told everybody the story about insomnia. But the first thing that happened magically for me, aside from me learning tricks and watching YouTube like everybody else, is Abigail McBride went to where my wife works at and had some copies made, and she mentioned that my wife saw that it was a magic show, and she's like, oh my gosh, my husband loves magic. Well, Abby's like, well, come on down. So I went to my first Wonderground, and I was blown away. You know, I went to every Wonderground after that. I mean, it'll hook you, you know. And then
beautiful.
You talk to people, and they, if you come with the correct attitude and show them what you can do, they'll help you with your magic. And that's, don't walk up to a magician, show me how you did that, and then we're gonna look at you and go, no. So we got some questions on here, yeah?
Yeah, we got some questions. Now, Jeff, what time is it? What is it, 7:08?
It is 7:08.
So we're going to wrap it up in about, what, 15, 20 minutes, Jeff?
I'm going to say about 15, yeah.
So we can't have Jeff late to the potty.
No.
This magical party, Jeff, he wrenches on these cars all day long, and he completely, you kind of, what would you say, you contain yourself. You don't really get too nutty.
No,
but then
I focus. I focus because I have a job.
And at home, he has the family, so he has to be, you know, on the somewhat flat and easy. But once we get him out, we get him open, and then that's it. So we make sure Jeff has his time.
You open Pandora's box, and you can't stop it.
Oh my God, all right, that's a good thing. That's good. So Jeff found an outlet, and now he has less stress. How do you feel after getting into the magic? And tell me and be honest.
Oh man, well before I got into the magic, a few years prior, I had another hobby of the Highland Games. So I gave it as much energy as I give everything. So I was all in, training 4 days a week. And it was such an outlet because it's a performance art as well. You go out there to the Scottish Highland Games and you are drawing a huge crowd of people. You're out there wearing a kilt. You're throwing huge trees and rocks and shit. And so you're putting on a show. And I went without a hobby for almost 2 years, and I started losing it. My stress level was through the roof. Like I was out of my mind. And then I found magic, and I found that as I performed for people, it was an outlet to let that pent up energy out, because you are sharing in a moment with another human being. When you're doing magic, not for somebody, I'm not standing there just throwing stuff around, I'm interacting. If you've ever watched any of the videos we do, it's about this right here. It's not about, you know, okay, the effect I might be doing an off-the-shelf magic trick. You've got no clue, but it doesn't matter. You know, I mean, it's a human experience, and that's the same thing with Highland Games. You're performing, people are cheering for you. You go like this, and they scream, and you throw a big tree, and you go like this. You know, you feel it. You get that energy out into the world, and you share it with people. If you bottle up, if you're full of like frickin' juice, and you bottle it up, you're gonna explode. And I started going crazy, so I'm glad I found magic. Woo.
That's so cool. That is just beautiful. And if you have a story like that,
Put it in.
Yeah, let us know what makes you happy, and you know, share with us. Now we're going to start getting into the comments here. Beautiful, beautiful. That really kind of got me deep there, Jeff. I'm actually thrown off track here. I don't even know what to say actually at this point. But what I do know is we have to answer people's questions.
Let's do it.
And these people depend on us, Jeff.
All right.
If I don't get the lube and show them what to do with it, and if you don't give them advice on cars, I don't know what they'll do. Right. So we got to start. So let's do it.
It's like that one video where the chick's pouring the oil all over the top of the engine compartment.
Oh my God.
That was a good video. It's hilarious.
I missed it. I got to get this out. That's a good one.
I'll catch him up.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you.
All right.
All right. So now we're going here, and let's go ahead and start digging into the comments. If you have a question, go ahead and leave one. If you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. Click the notification bell. You'll see Jeff and I go live. We do videos. Check out the playlists. But now we're going to start nailing into the comments. Let's do it.
All right.
Starting out, number one. Do you want to read them, Jeff?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Mr. Dominic Sanchez, are there any shops that use AMSOIL in North Las Vegas?
And there's millions of them. All you're going to do is you're going to go ahead onto the AMSOIL locator. You're going to plug in your zip code, and you're going to find a million shops. But I'm going to save you the trip from doing that. You don't got to do it, because when you do that, you're going to find that most people don't carry all the products, and every single time, whatever you need, they won't have. It's just the nature of the beast. So instead of wasting that time, go ahead and sign up with Jeff's link, That's right. You're going to see Jeff's link in the description below. If you don't have it, call Jeff up, get his preferred customer link. We're going to get you 25% off, free shipping.
I'll text it to you. It's easy. I'll just text it to you.
That's if you're a do-it-yourselfer. If you want to go hands-free, you don't want to get your hands dirty, which I don't, most people don't like to.
Yeah.
And that's the smart thing. If you're not good with your hands, you could lop off a finger. So don't try to do stuff you're not comfortable with. We want you to keep your fingers. So you want to sign up with Jeff's link, let a professional do it,
Yeah.
That's it. Thanks for being a part of the channel.
So, let's see.
Which AMSOIL is the high-end, Signature or XL?
Ding-a-ha Monster. I just wanted to say the name. Sorry, I was staring at it.
That's a killer question. So, that's a great question. What's better? What's this, that? Well, the Signature series has more proprietary additives. And that proprietary additive and the actual mixture changes all the time. And they're always making it better and better and better. And they actually don't share it, and that's the highest end. The XL is great for 1 year, 12,000 miles, and that's a SAE certified oil, and that'll be more than good enough for most vehicles. So it's totally up to you, but the Signature is going to be your crèmes douce de crème.
All right, that's something in French.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, well, it's something about creme.
Creme, I don't know.
Creme fraiche?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I don't even know.
All right. Oh, and what's the there? Okay, so we got that. Robert York.
Hey, Robert.
What's
Thanks
up?
for checking out the channel.
Paul Husker watching from Omaha.
Thanks, man.
Go Huskers. Jose Zayas. I have 255,759 miles on my 06 Honda Civic, original engine, transmission. Just talked to AMSOIL about 5 months ago. Good job.
Killer.
And you know what? It means if you made it to 255, it means you've done your maintenance. I have no question in my mind about that. You can't make it to that without doing maintenance. Let's see, there we go. I'm new to AMSOIL. What should I start with first? Richard, I'm going to tell you what I think you should start with first.
Give it to him.
Sell yourself on the very, very first thing. Start with the PI. Very simple. It's a small it's a baby step. Get yourself a bottle of this, throw it in your fuel tank, reset, and pay attention to your mileage. Pay attention to how smooth it is, pay attention to your acceleration. And then after you're done with your first tank of fuel, go ahead and spend the rest of the money and get the rest of the product, because there's no way that you're not going to want it.
So what you would do is you do an engine flush, you put the engine flush in, you idle it for 15 minutes, let it drain down, you're going to do the AMSOIL oil change, you can do the AMSOIL filter, and then when you're looking for more, you're going to go to your transmission, then you're going to do the radiator coolant, and then you're going to do your brake fluid, and then if you have differentials, transfer case, you do all that, and then at that, you're going to drive your car, you can say, hey, where'd my old car go?
Power steering fluid.
Oh, I forgot that. And you're going to say, where the heck's my old car? And you're going to be driving it. You won't even recognize your car. It'll look the same, but it won't be the same.
That's right. So, yeah, I'm going to say get your toes wet with some PI and then jump the rest of the way in the pool. Let's see here. Does AMSOIL make the OW16? Yes. And just got a 2019 Camry. It takes OW16? Yes. And guess what I have to order next week?
What?
OW16. I had my first Camry in that took OW16. It was not a standard stocked item for me. Me and Eben were talking smack about it. I'm like, when am I going to see this? Well,
it happened
2 days ago. When I'm going to see it.
Wow.
So now it's time to add another item to stock. Pretty stoked.
Right.
Next one. Upper cylinder lubricant additives help with oil consumption. I don't think so. I'm going to say, Blake, upper cylinder lubricant is not going to help with oil consumption. A couple of things with oil consumption. You want to do your engine flush with your Signature oil change, change your PCV valve, and change your friggin' air filters. Those are going to be your thing. If you really want to, you can do some top end cleaner. But top end cleaner, that's not what it does. Oh, I'm talking about the power foam.
Power foam. That's the yellow can AMSOIL power foam.
But that's not its job. That's not what it does. Its job is to break down carbon. If you have an oil consumption issue, Signature
flush.
Oil change, do the flush, do your air filter, and do your PCV valve. I'll break my finger off. Do your PCV valves if you have one. Forgotten thingamabobber.
Jeez.
All right. Engine restore works too. Been around forever. I don't know if AMSOIL makes a similar project. No, I think what you're talking about is Resto or whatever. It's like a blue and red can. I've never used engine restore before, but it never sold itself to me. Use AMSOIL every tank of fuel. Excellent stuff. Awesome. Yes, take care of your vehicles, people.
Thanks, Garth.
Hell yeah. Garth, you really notice a difference, question mark? Yeah. Well, he'll answer that. I'm answering for him, but Chris 911X is what's normal running temp for a transmission 02 Dakota 3.9 V6, driving back from Cali, truck started smoking. Now normal drive in town smells like hot trans fluid. I don't think you're a fluid temperature thing. I would really check to make sure you don't have a small drip somewhere.
That's what I think it is.
You could have a small drip, you have a front pump seal, tail shaft seal. There's also, it can even come out of the top of the vent. There's a vent on every transmission, and God forbid something happens, it'll spit some of that out, come down the body, and you'll smell trans fluid. And you're not going to see it drip on the ground because it's covering the body of the transmission. So,
and it's so thin.
Get it up on a rack or slide on your back and get some good light under there and check it out. And you know what? Take low pressure soap and water and low pressure water and just kind of hose it off and clean it. So let's see, Paul Husker, 2015. I have a 01 Ford F-150 D6 manual, 90K original miles. I'm looking to get PowerPhone PI. What oil should I consider? Very simple, 5W20 Signature Series.
Of course.
That's all you put in there for the 01. And then of course the AMSOIL oil filter. But yeah, do the foam, the PI, the flush, and you're gonna make a smoke show. It'll be awesome. Is flushing the engine dangerous for an older car? No, it is not. But let me tell you, please, you cannot fix a mechanical problem with a liquid. So if your engine makes any like knocking noise or rapping noises, things that sound metallic, whether a deep tone or high pitched tone, anything but a lifter tick. And if you can't tell which one is which, take it to a technician that can. So don't let me diagnose this for you over Facebook and YouTube Live. I want you, if you do not know the sound, take it to a technician. But no, I have never ever had an issue with engine flush. It's an old mechanic's tale. We talked about those before. If your car's being held together by hopes and dreams, that's its own problem.
We better keep going, Jeff.
Yeah, we're hustling. Okay.
Where was we?
We were. Scroll up a little bit. Oh wait, that's me. Okay, right there. Flushing dangerous. Any hookers? Michelle, John. I don't have any hookers here. I apologize.
Not here.
Not here.
But they're out there.
Dingaha Monster says, sounds like a leak to me, Chris. Check the pan gasket. Same thing we just said. Jim, hello, Jim. Give him a hello.
What's up, Jim?
All right, we got
good man, Jim.
Dingaha Monster again. Don't flush, Arthur. It's a trick to use full synthetic and change earlier. I don't know that I agree, but I don't think I understand completely, so that's okay. It does have a small leak, but it's never low. It takes a lot to drop fluid level. I mean, honestly, on your trans stick,
it can smell with the littlest bit going near the headers, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or on the manifold cat, anything like that. And it doesn't take a drip or two. You know how many drips or two it takes to hit a quart? That's a lot.
It's a lot.
An ounce of fluid on the ground is about this big. It looks huge. Huge. So let's see. It does have a small leak never low. If you change your oil every 3,000, if you change your oil 3,000, change it at 1,500. Okay. One thing I was thinking, rear main might be going bad, but I'm not sure. If you think your rear main is going bad, do not flush anything. If you have a leak, something that cleans. If gum is holding it together.
All right, we had a difficulty, no big deal. We just wrapped up on Facebook. There's Jeff. We're gonna scat over to One to Ground, and we really appreciate you. We will see you back next week for Thursday Night Live. We'll get to your answers, definitely. And
next week is Thanksgiving. We're gonna do each of us gonna do a quick little shoot. I'll do Facebook Live. He'll do YouTube. and then we'll cross share in the comments and such. You know, we got to tell you every Thursday how much we love you. So we'll post on Wednesday what time we're going to do our simulcast. Ooh, it's almost like we're in different locations. This is Jeff. Eben, where are you at today?
I don't even know.
Holy moly. Okay,
But I got a toiki on my head.
Oh, yes.
A toiki.
So we will, we'll see you guys next week. We're going to go enjoy some Wonderground.
All right. We really appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you back next time on synthetic oil protection. Cheers to protection, protection, protection. And remember, the wetter, the better. We'll see you.